Hey, I hope you're doing good. It's Chris here from 6 Fingerpicking, and in this lesson we're learning how to play a fingerstyle arrangement of Your Song by Elton John. Okay, so let's get into it. We're in standard tuning for this, and I've placed the capo on the 2nd fret, but it's kind of optional. Originally, you would have had it on the 1st fret, but I put it on the 2nd just to sweeten things up a little bit. So the intro goes like this. And then you're straight into the verse. So speaking as if there were no capo on at all, the chords are just a D, and then it's a G/D. So we've got this little triad on top, 3rd fret on the top 2 strings, and then the 4th fret on the 3rd string, and with the D in the bass. Okay, and then that's going to go up to an A/D, so you just take the same shape, push it up 2 frets, and then back down to the G/D. So they're the chords that we're playing over, and on the D chord what we do is we play the 4th string, then the 3rd, then the 2nd, then the 4th, then the 1st, and then the 2nd. So you get then we go to our G/D, and we play the 1st and the 4th string, and then strings 2, 3, 4, so, and then 1, 2. So slowly, and then, so. And then what I do here, I play the 4th string and the 4th fret on the 3rd string together, and slide that 4th fret up to the 6th, like that. And I'll use my little finger for that. And then I'll play the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and then the 5th fret on the 2nd string. So. And then is the bass note, so the 4th string, and then I play 6/2 on the 3rd string. So you've got, it's a bit of a stretch, but that's what Elton's playing on the piano. So far. Okay, then we go back to our G/D, hold that chord down and play strings 1 and 4, and then 2, and then 3, and then if you can, stretch the little finger right up to the 7th fret on the top string and play that. So you get. Then the bass, lift your pinky off back to the regular chord and play strings 1 and 2. So that is. So from the A. It's really nice to play, sounds great. Here's the whole intro, nice and slow for you. And then that goes into the verse. So the first few bars of the verse go like this. Okay, so that starts on a D chord, so hold that down, and you're going to play the 4th string, then the 3rd string, and then I'll play strings 1 and 2 together, and then the same 2 strings but lift off the second finger and open up that first string, and then put it back on. Play the same two strings. So you've played, and then pull off that second finger to open, and then back on again and play the same two strings, so the top two. Put that all together and you've got alright. Then it goes to a G major 7 chord. So you've got G in the bass, 3rd fret on the 6th string, and it's still the 2nd fret on the top string and the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Play those 3 strings together, and then the top 2 on their own, and then the top 2 on their own again. And it's like this. Da, da, da. And then we pull off that 1st string, 2nd to open, and then we play the 2nd string, 3rd fret. So you've got so that's the first bar. So and then moving on, the next chord is an A with a C sharp in the bass. So I'm using my 1st and 2nd finger to hold down the 2nd fret on the 3rd and the 4th string, and then my 3rd finger to play the 4th fret on the 5th. This is how I do it anyway. There's other ways to do it. Find what works best for you. But here I'll play the 5th string, then the 4th string, and then the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then I'll play the open high E, and then this is a bit awkward, but you can use your little finger to hammer the 5th fret on the top string, and then pull off. So it's like that. So like that. Alright, and that goes to an F sharp minor 7. So really, hold down at F sharp minor 7, and then you're going to play the strings, the 1st, the 2nd, and the 6th string together, and then you're going to hammer the 3rd fret on the top string, and then pull it off, and then you're going to go to the 5th fret on the 2nd string, and then the 2nd fret on the 2nd string. So you don't really need your 3rd finger on. You could just play that. But on top you've got, and you just got to add the bass note. So that's the first 2 bars. And then you get this B minor slash A to a B minor slash A flat. So hold down a B minor and you get, so hold down that B minor there. I played the 2nd and the 5th string together, then the 4th, then the 3rd, and then the 2nd. Then I'll play the 2nd string again, but this time I'll pull my 2nd finger off to the 2nd fret and then put it back on. So like, so if you put all of that together, you get that. Now one of those, and then we open up the A string, play that, then the 4th string, and then you're going to play the 2nd and the 3rd string together twice. So from the B minor. Get that. Then I like to wrap my thumb round the back and play the 4th fret on the 6th string, clamp that down. You could of course use your 3rd finger, again play around, find what works best for you. But you're playing that 4th fret on the 6th string, and then still, these are still holding down that B minor chord. So play the 2nd and the 3rd string together, then the top string, which will be the 2nd fret, and then back to, and then play the 2nd string. So that's what you get. So B minor. Then we're moving to a G6. So play the top 2 strings open, and then 3rd fret on the 6th string. Play that, and then what I do, I play. something like that. So that, play the bass note, and then you play the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and then we hammer 2 to 4 on the 3rd string, and then I just play the B string after that. You can play it twice. So it's, sorry, something like that. So right the way back to the beginning of the verse now. Then you get so we're on a D chord here, play the bass, then the 3rd string, then the 2nd, and then the 2nd again, twice more. I don't have much money. Okay. So after that you go to an A chord, hold that down, and I'll play probably the 1st, 2nd and 5th string together, and then the 1st again, then the 3rd fret on the 2nd string to open 1st. So far. Then we've got a F sharp dominant 7 this time, so you want to hold that down, play the bass, and then I'll play probably the top few strings, maybe the top 3 strings together, and I'll roll my fingers across that, like that. Then I'll take my little finger, slide 5 to 7 on the top string. So you get, and that goes to your B minor. So we hold down B minor and play strings 2 and 3, and then the bass. So do that. Then I just arpeggiate the chord a bit. So there's many different ways you could do this, but I'll probably play something like 4, 3, and then I think I do like a little hammer-on pull-off here. So 2nd fret on the 2nd string, hammer the 3rd, and then pull off again. So, and then 3, and then 4, the strings, something like that. So, or sometimes I think I pull off my pinky to make it a B minor 7. Sometimes I do that. So anyway, here's these 2 bars. Back to D. So hold down the D, 4th string, 3rd, and then 2nd, and then 1st, and then stretching up to the 5th fret on the top string. So, and then that goes up to this E minor up here. So hold down an E minor bar chord. It's on the 9th fret, minor shape with the capo on. So anyway, hold this chord down, and then we're playing strings 1, 2, and 5. And then I'll pluck the 2nd string, pull that off, and then I'll probably play the 3rd string after that. So you get, so. And then down to a G. So on this G, bass note, and then the 4th string, the 3rd string, and then I'll play the 2nd string twice. So, A. So hold down an A chord, and I'll play the bass note and the top string and the 2nd string. And then you just want to fill this chord out a little bit. So he plays something like, he goes to the sus. I'm playing it, I do as well, but slightly differently. I play something like that. So you play the 1st note, then I'll play the 4th string, and then pull off 3 to 2 on the 2nd string, and then 4 to 2 on the 3rd string. Strum up something like that. But again, there's many different ways that you could go about playing that. So that's the first time through the verse. I'll go right the way back to the beginning of the verse and play it through for you slowly. So then you're into the second half of the verse, and it's very similar to the first. There's just a few small variations in the melody. So this time it's more like... on a D. So there's an awful lot of similarities. So we hold down a D, play the bass, then the top two strings. So I played that 3 times, and then we pull off that top string, and then we put it back on. Like that. And then to a G major 7, bass, and then the top 2 strings, and again, and then we do that pull off again on the top, and then the second string. So got to think of the lyrics. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no. That way you'll hear the slight variations. So after that, we've got that that A/C sharp. So here, hold that down just like before, bass, and then strings 4 and 3. But then you've got that hammer on and pull off again. But if you listen to the track, it's quicker this time. That's him singing. But then again, no. Okay, so slight difference in the rhythm there. That leads back to our F sharp minor 7. Hold that down, play the top 2 strings, then the bass, then the top 2 strings again, and then open first. And that leads us to our B minor. And again, we hold down the B minor, but just before the count of 1, we'll play the second and the third string. So you got like that. Okay. So far. And then here on the B minor, I'll play strings 5, 4, 5, and then I'll play the second and the third string, pull off the second string, and then put it back on. So open A string because it's B minor / A now, then the 4th string, and then 2 and 3 twice. So thumb round the back for your B minor / A, play that. Slight variation in the rhythm again. So holding down that B minor / A flat, play the bass note, then the 4th string, the 3rd, the 2nd, the 1st, and then the 2nd. But listen to the rhythm. That leads to our G6. So 3rd fret in the bass, top 2 strings open, play those together. And then we fill out the rest of the bar exactly the same as we did before. So it's the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, then hammer 2, 4 on the 3rd string, and then the 2nd string again twice. Okay, back to our D. So here, D, 4th string, 3rd, and then the 2nd, and And then I'll probably do a light strum, just up, down. I can do. So that goes to an A. I'm playing strings 1, 2, and 5. Then make it a sus, so 3rd fret on the 2nd, play that, then 5, and then back to that 3rd fret, open 1st, and then we catch our F sharp dominant 7. So we hold that down, play the top 3 strings. So bass, and then strings 1 and 2. 5 to 7, just like before on the top string. Okay, that's exactly the same as the first time through, and I believe the rest of this half of the verse, or this verse, is exactly the same as the first time through. So you should be okay with that by this point. And instead of going to the A, playing that after the G, this time we go to D. So just hold down a D. So I'm just really just strumming down, down, up, D sus4, up, down, something like that. But again, many different ways that you could play that. So absolutely feel free to play around. So let's go through the second half of the verse once more. I'll play it for you slowly. That leads into, sorry. So that then leads into that section. And if you're enjoying this so far and you're eager to learn more and you're watching this on YouTube, then the rest of the lesson is available on my website. So there's a link for that down in the description. So if you want to check it out, hit the link and you'll get the rest of the lesson right away. Okay, so that's it for this lesson. I really hope you've enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you again really soon for another great fingerstyle guitar lesson.